Okay, so tips if you are in college, like I said, or post grad, recent post grad, or even if you're just still going through and doing internships, regardless if you're not in college. Number one, especially if you are majoring in public relations, you need to be doing internships and you need to get experience outside of college. Yes, on campus activities and schoolwork and clubs and those type of accolades and stuff like that, it matters, especially if you want to go ahead and be a part of Greek and those type of things and SGA, but you need to be outside and touch hands and get that full experience. Thank God I had a couple great PR professors that taught me like, okay, like your press release should not be more than a page or 2 pages. You don't need to do that. Taught me how to write and those type of things, which came out very handy throughout my career. But at the same time, I wish I had gotten more experience outside and actually had more mentors that were publicists so that I can not only one start gearing up my own media sheet and like my own connections, those type of things, but also to get the reality of what a publicist actually do. Two, we are now in 2023. If you need a stipend as an intern, get your stipend, right? Because we are in a recession. Reality, we are in a recession. This is not back in the days anymore where like, oh, because you gotta work for free, that shows how hungry you are. You can still show how hungry you are. You can still work your ass off and still get paid for doing it. Like, and if you're not getting paid, then food needs to be provided, equipment like a computer or iPad or whatever needs to be provided, like something along the lines of something that you can benefit off of more than just the experience on your resume needs to be on there. And if you are just like, okay, well, I'm just going to intern for free because it's such a great opportunity, you need to leave with more than 5 contacts that you can depend on, like mentors or those top people or whatever like that can put you in the next step into a job or whatever, into your career. Point of the matter is you leaving here with something.
Even here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with.
That's what it is. You're leaving here with something. Do not leave out of that internship with just an experience to add to your resume, because that's not enough, especially in 2023. Now, if I'm telling you how I realized in 2017, imagine now. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are already ahead of the game. Y'all have all these nuggets and stuff on TikTok, but some people don't. And so yeah, reason why I'm saying this also is because when I first came into my internship, I'm very bright-eyed. I'm willing to do anything.
What do you mean by that?
Because not anything, but I'm willing to work my ass off because my goal was to, again, be in New York and work for a bigger label or work for Spotify or any other streaming companies later on the line, and then eventually have my own shit. So me thinking like, okay, I gotta work from the ground up. I came from the era of watching Making a Band and watching them go walk way from fucking wherever to Manhattan to go get cheesecake. Like, I came from that. Well, working for free for a year is simple. It's what you're supposed to do, right? In the entertainment industry. But what I didn't know was that, first of all, I interned for a year for free, negatory. Even though sometimes we got food paid for and stuff like that, we would have to still pay for sometimes our own lunch. Like, I'm still driving my own car everywhere. Like, yeah, it was a lot. After I interned and I then got like my first year into actually working, I didn't realize that I was an independent contractor doing full-time work. So I was not on payroll, meaning I am now paying my own taxes quarterly. So y'all got to understand that as well. If you're not salaried, you're not, you're paying taxes out of your own money and those type of things. straight out of it. If you're an independent contractor, if you're a freelancer, that's what you're doing. So make sure that if you're doing that as an independent contractor or freelancer, you are not doing full-time work. You are doing work within your means and those hours of freelancing and independent contracting and getting paid precisely to do so. And also, if you are being an independent contractor and you're paying your own taxes, out of every check, you need to be saving at least 30% of that check and putting it aside and paying quarterly instead of waiting until tax time to pay in full, because you will spend more money that way. But if you do it quarterly and you're taking out 30% of your check each and every time, it saves you a bulk load and you'll have a better chance of possibly getting something back as a refund. Just a tip. And tip number 3, it is great to be multifaceted in the departments that you work, or whoever you work for. It's great to be multifaceted. In this instance, as me being a person who used to work at a label, I was blessed to be able to experience different aspects of the label as a project manager, but then I was also doing manager things. I was also doing PR things. I was also doing creative director, different things of that nature. So I got to experience different departments just because we were a very small team. But I regret not standing firm on what I want to do and only doing that because I became burnt out and depressed over the years. So if you are into social media and you're like, okay, I'm a social media manager, you should not be doing, unless you want to, but they need to also have a graphic designer. They need to also have an influencer marketer. They need to have multiple other people to help you manage social media, not you, doing all these 5 different jobs plus social media managing. Social media managing is a lot, and a lot comes with it. So if they're talking about, oh, you make content as well, and then you also talk to influencers, no, 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 no. Cut that off real quick. Understand what you're getting into and understand the roles. Talk to them and let them know, like, and actually find out, like, okay, what are you expecting me out of this role? And research. Google is your friend. TikTok is your friend. Like, Twitter. There's more people in the industry I'm seeing now that I'm like having time to, but that are giving out free gems and are willing to, like, hey, somebody just asked me to do social media manager, da 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 da. Like, there's so many social media managers that's speaking out more on LinkedIn now than there was back when I was like 2017, 2013. So use your resources for the free and know what all is entitled within your job description before they take advantage of you, because you will get burnt out and you will get depressed and you will blame yourself and others very quickly. I was like that, and I was burnt out. I was very depressed. And I also did not know when to leave. Know when to leave and know when to move on and do it strategically.